I've been in the creative industries as a graphic designer for around about 6 years now, with a variety of roles, including digital designer and now currently a freelancer. And I've been freelancing for almost 2 years now. It'll be January that I'll have my 2 year anniversary for that. And as of today, I've finished up my second week at one of the best design schools in the world. And I want to talk about that a little bit. Hello, my name is Craig. I am a graphic designer from Scotland. I am also a student now as well, which I've had a lot of people ask me, why am I going back to study a degree? What is the kind of drive behind it? Why do I want to do it? I'm already a professional in the industry. Is there a need to get a degree? Now, don't get me wrong, I do preach that for a lot of people, if you want to self-teach yourself design, you can do incredible things with that. You do not need a degree to thrive in the creative industries. And I think that's why I love the creative industries so much, because there's so many people that teach themselves these creative skills. If you've got the talent and you've got the determination to do it and the dedication to the craft, you'll do some truly, truly amazing things. But for this in particular, it starts with, I've always wanted to get a degree. I've always wanted to go into that stage of further education and get my degree. I got my Higher National Diploma in Visual Communications in 2014, which, don't get me wrong, it was about 9 years ago that I left that, but I always felt like I wanted more. I wanted to go to a design school and I wanted to really hone in on my craft and also explore a bit more, explore what my creative possibilities are. Because for myself, I went straight from school doing art and design into visual communications, and I felt like I didn't really have enough of a chance to really test my limits in terms of my creativity. And like I said, I wanted to challenge myself. I've kind of been pigeonholed into the design and identity design, the visual identity, the strategy, the whole creation of the visual aspects of a brand for, several years now. And I felt like it was almost constraining me, I think. As much as, I love it, I do love going through the creative process. A lot of it was really going from, pencil and pen on paper to digital, and then creating all these amazing digital artworks and then sending them to clients. And don't get me wrong, that was amazing. The experiences that I've had, the clients that I've had, the things that I've created have, totally changed me, and they've really helped me form who I am and basically create who I am as a professional designer in the industry. What I want to be able to do now is I want to be able to, like I've said, explore more, to test my creative limits, to use different materials as well. And I'm actually now using a lot of the blank sketchbooks that I have collected over the years because I thought they looked cool. I've been through to the Edinburgh markets several times at Christmas, and they have these really cool ornate sketchbooks, and I've just wanted to buy them all. And I have, and I've bought several of them. But now that I'm actually at an art school now, I don't need to buy any sketchbooks because I have them and I'm actually using them. And I feel through actually utilizing the materials that I have, rather than spending more money on more of them, I can now actually fully use them. But I need to figure out exactly what I'm using them for, because I like having one sketchbook for one particular thing and then exploring that as much as possible through that sketchbook, and then using another one for different things. I've kind of realized that this is where the exploration really begins, is the fact that I'm at one of the best design schools in the world. And I don't think that's truly dawned on me quite yet, because I feel like it's very busy. I am still freelancing at the moment as well, so I'm busy between that. I am working part-time at Nando's as well. There's been several experiences that I've had that I've never actually done before in my life. I did a life drawing class, which that was an amazing experience. I realized that I'm quite good at working with experimenting with line drawing as well. I used charcoal for the first time in about 12 years, which I haven't used since my last year in high school, which I think both shows my age and also shows that I've kind of progressed from using these slightly more artistic materials to much more design-based materials, which I think there's an interesting conversation around that, because I feel that as designers, a lot of what we do is from sketchbook to digital, and throughout the projects that we do, we don't really, there's not a huge amount of room to experiment with different materials and different things like, charcoal, maybe graphite as well, maybe, there's different experiences we can have with pen as well. But I think as well, going here, it goes a bit beyond that as well, using video, sound, using lens-based work, which I think is a really cool way of saying photography is doing some lens-based work. And I quite like that, and I think I'm going to use that from now on. I will not lie, coming in with so much life and professional experience, I felt incredibly overwhelmed and intimidated coming into even my first day. I came in at about, I think, 8 o'clock, and I think our lecture was around about 9. And I was the first one in the lecturing theatre, and I felt like this, it was almost like this kind of grand scale of, I'm officially a student. I've got my student card as well, which is on this nice pink lanyard, which I quite like. But it is, I think, intimidating for me, as much as I have been a professional in the industry for a good few years, and I do have this foundation of life experience mixed with, professional and, client experience. It is intimidating coming in and seeing some truly, truly incredible talent and artists and designers all coming together in this one studio space. And it's a true privilege to not only be a part of it, but to experience the ways that everyone else sees the world around them, and the way that everybody brings that into their ideas and their concepts as well, how they see and interpret their own projects as well. But it is really intimidating for me because I am a designer. I don't and have not really explored different forms of like artwork, different materials. I've never really done sculpture or things like that. Like I said, I've never done live drawing, which that was something amazing, and we're meant to be doing that again in a couple of weeks. And I can't wait. I'm really excited to do it. It's going to be really interesting for me. I've also realized as well that maybe it's intimidating for my peers as well, having somebody like myself studying alongside them who has had that experience in the industry, and somebody that is a professional, which I almost don't like saying, but I am a professional in the industry. It's like that kind of weird sort of like, amn't I? But I am a professional in the industry. I've worked with clients. There are clients that I have that are using the visual identity systems that I have built for them, and they're still continuing to use them. I do think with this though, that there's almost like a symbiotic relationship between the artistic talents and experiences that I have had, and then also the pure talent and the incredible artistic skills of my peers that I feel kind of comes together. And there's a lot of sharing of stories and sharing of ideas as well that I feel is going to help develop myself better while I'm at design school, and also help develop them as well. Maybe give them, I don't know, a little bit of advice if they are looking to go freelance or do commission work, or whatever it is. Shout out as well to a couple of my classmates, one of which being Rebecca, who recommended to me to draw on napkins as well, which I was like, why would I do that? I have a sketchbook here. But it's more about using different materials, and it's not about what I'm specifically drawing. It's kind of how I'm drawing it depending on the texture, and there might be a slightly different experience, a different feeling and emotion that I have, because it is communication design that I am studying, and communicating through design, it can be visual, it could be audio, it could be lens-based, it could be a photograph. Like it's different ways that we communicate to ourselves and to different humans, really, and it's a way that we can do that effectively, but it's also a way that we can cause different experiences. Maybe it's an installation piece that we want people to invoke a certain feeling for them. Maybe it's a bit of curiosity, maybe it's a bit of fear as well, which is something I've never really thought about until now. And that's something I'm going to continue to carry forward. Also, a big shout out to Emily as well, who very much kept me in check from buying all of the art supplies when we were at the art store the other day. Really big ups to you. Still ended up spending about 40 quid or around about $50 for people who are thinking about the conversion rates. I didn't really think that I would spend 40 quid. Like, is this what art school's going to be? Just spending like 40 quid on colouring pencils? I think I need to speak to my accountant. Ultimately, it's been a really big shift from coming from the kind of clean and clinical structure and the processes of doing identity design and building visual identity systems, where I'm in full control of the creative process and everything's, very structured, to now almost breaking all the rules that I had as a designer and testing my creative limits and seeing where I can go in terms of my own artistic talents, which I felt would always be very design based, but I'm now finding myself enjoying the experience and the process of maybe not having a final product and just developing these sketches and these skills that I have into something that's not fully finished, which for me, I don't like that. I need a solution. I need something built, something that's tangible, something that I'm like, here is this gift of my artistic talents that have came together. Here you are, there you go. And that's my final thing. But no, there's certain projects that we're working on that are more about the research and the collecting of data, whether that's visual or audio or, lens-based, whatever it might be. And I think there's something truly incredible in that I'm slowly but surely tapping into, and I'll tap into over the next few years that I'm going through design school. And I feel like if you're not testing your creative limits, you simply won't find them. And that's something that I'm going to really hold on to, and I'm going to continue to grow and develop that skill. So that's been me for today anyway, guys. Just relatively quick little chat. I will catch you later. Till next time. See yous. Bye. I also got this pointer as well. It was like 2 quid, but it's extendable. I don't know why I got it. It's just this little pointer, and I think I just wanted the yellow one. That was it. It was like a red and blue one. And I was like, no, I don't want it, because I can kind of sit here and point at stuff. You read this book as well? Have you seen this? No, my cat's interested. I've created a positive relationship between my pointer and my cat. So therefore, anytime that I bring it out and anytime that I use it, my cat will always kind of think of this in a positive way, because she seems to like it when I pet her with the pointer. So it's very cute. She's currently looking at me now. You okay? Yeah. You good? We built her a little hammock as well. I also don't know why I'm talking about all this. I just wanted to talk about the pointer, and I've now started kind of rambling. And this isn't even the outro. This is just kind of something I'm adding on to the end of the video. And I know I'm editing this, and I know I'm speaking about this, but I really enjoy this pointer. I really, really like it. It's just a fun little thing. It's just a little guy. And the fact that it's kind of like squishy as well. So it's very cool. I like it. Yep.